Hi guys, this is Erica from Gokce Capital. Now before I begin, be sure to click subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Imagine this, you're in the middle of the desert and your RV's pipes burst. What do? We'll find out at the end of this video. But first, if you want to avoid this scenario, you should winterize your RV. And in today's video, we have the top things you should know. Number 1. What does it mean to winterize your RV? Winterizing your RV is the process of protecting your RV's water systems and pipes from damage due to freeze and thaw cycles. Number 2. Why do you need to winterize your RV? Well, when temperatures drop below freezing, water in your pipes will freeze and then expand when the temperature increases. This can damage the pipes and other elements of your water system, leading to leaks and failures. Number 3. When should you winterize your RV? You should winterize your RV whenever temperatures dip below freezing, you're storing your RV for the winter, or you're traveling through cold climates. Number 4. How do you winterize your RV? Step 1 is to dump and drain. Empty your black and gray water holding tanks as well as your freshwater tank. Then clear out your water lines. This means removing all water from your system and closing any open faucets. You must then bypass the water tank using the valve on the water heater. You'll also want to remove or bypass any water filters since these can be damaged by antifreeze. After you've cleaned out your lines and bypassed the key components, you can push antifreeze through the system to further protect your lines. And number 5, how do you de-winterize your RV? Well, once spring hits again, you'll likely want to use the water system in your RV, and you don't want to be drinking antifreeze. So you'll have to flush and sanitize your water system to ensure there's no antifreeze remaining. At this point in time, you'll also want to check for leaky pipes to make sure your RV made it safely through the winter. So that covers the basics of winterizing an RV. But at this point, you may be wondering, what if I'm on the road and we hit a cold snap? Do I really need to winterize my RV? How much damage can one cold night do? Well, just ask Dee Folk. Dee and her family drove their RV from their home in Arizona to the massive sand dunes that ring the border of California and Mexico. The dunes that greet you near the California border, just west of Yuma, are some of the most popular for off-roaders. ATVs, motorcycles, and sand cars race up and down the 300-foot inclines that once formed the bed of the ancient lake Cahuilla. This is a place where you would be more worried about sunburn than a frozen pipe. And yet, at night, the temperatures turn bitter cold, made worse by powerful winds. This is why, the morning after their first camp, Dee and her husband found themselves doing this instead of this. They had not drained their RV's tanks nor wrapped their pipes before the temperatures dropped, and their toilet drain broke, causing a flood in the bathroom whenever they flushed. So the only adventure they had in the dunes was a long haul to the hardware store, followed by some ad hoc plumbing work. Needless to say, Dee now keeps a closer eye on the weather. Of course, when she's traveling, Dee can't run antifreeze through her freshwater system. But whenever a cold snap is expected, she empties the holding tanks, turns on the space heaters, and wraps any pipes along the underside of the unit in heat tape. And if you own an RV yourself, it's a good idea to take the same precautions whenever the weather dips below freezing. After all, you don't want to spend your vacation fixing pipes. But what do you think? Do you have any stories about winterizing an RV? Let us know in the comments. Did you like this video? You're going to love our Gokce Land Due Diligence program. We'll make you a land due diligence expert in just 7 days. Check it out at gokcecapital.com/glad. And while you're at our website, don't forget to explore our $1 down properties at gokcecapital.com/listings. Finally, don't hesitate to reach out. You can email, call, or text, and we will respond as soon as possible. So thank you for listening, and more to come.